The EPL match week 1 is over, and a few observations. Of course, the first is the Man City Bournemouth match. Man City is not the same animal without Guardiola. You could see that the players were sorely missing that lion that was leading them before. We're not saying that Maresca is not going to do a good job, but honestly, they just scraped a win against Bournemouth. Yes, it was nice to come back in the last few minutes of the game, but throughout the game, they were just not the same animal that we know. It doesn't help that Haaland has cut his hair and seems to be misfiring simultaneously. So, of course, the rumor is that his power was in his hair, but it's too soon to tell. Still, we wait and see how they are going to navigate the rest of the season. But that game was a little bit underwhelming, especially for people like us who were really anticipating the revenge game. You know, it didn't turn out that way, but they still scraped a win, so congratulations to them. So that's 3 points in the bag. It's always nice to have 3 points in the bag. The Newcastle-Liverpool game just showed that Newcastle still has some bites, despite losing all their best players, showing everyone that they are still able to compete and they are still able to give you a hard time, especially when you come to St. James Park. Liverpool also looks different without Salah. We had been waiting for the post-Salah Liverpool era, and we are seeing that, and there's just no bite. Van Dijk is aging. You know, the midfield is just not what it used to be. You know, but as I said, it's early days and it's too soon to actually judge any team just based off of the first game. For the Chelsea-Fulham match, the Chelsea-Fulham match was the first derby of the season, and it was exciting. It was nice to see, you know, Chelsea looking like the Chelsea that, you know, their fans might recognize, at least the attack. You know, Morgan Rogers and Cole Palmer playing together in the front line, I think may be a good thing because, you know, they've been best buds from when they were in Man City. It was also nice to see João Pedro trying to break the number 9 curse. You know, I'd mentioned in one of my contents that a curse is causeless if you don't believe in it. So there had always been this curse about the number 9 shirt in Chelsea. I think maybe from when Torres also had problems wearing the shirt, and maybe a few other players. And João Pedro now just took up the number 9 shirt and scored within minutes of starting the game. Also assisted a goal. So that just goes to show that he has shaken off whatever curse it is they're supposed to be following that number 9 shirt. So good for him. We saw that their attack was looking fluid, and, you know, they looked like they were going to do things during the season, but they still have defensive frailties, and these are things that should give Xabi Alonso some cause for concern. Their defense wasn't looking, you know, as strong as it used to be. Of course, Kukureya being missing from there, it was going to show any way we're going to look at it. And the Chelsea goalkeeper also wasn't inspiring any confidence. The 2 goals that Fulham scored, honestly, they were goalkeeping errors. As far as I saw, we look forward to the rest of the season. As I said, it's a 38-game marathon. We've only played 1 game. Every team is hoping for the best. We, as Arsenal fans, are hoping for the best and are hoping to win the league again and also lift the Champions League. However, we'll watch other teams, watch games, because at the end of the day, we are football fans first before we actually nail our colors to the mast and say, oh, I support this club, I support that club. So we keep watching the games and we keep hoping that they will excite us as we expect and as we have come to look forward to in the English Premier League. So nice weekend all around. Of course, it was a great weekend for us Arsenal fans. So for the fans who won their games, congratulations. For the ones who didn't win, better luck next time. My name is Buki, and I'm the original Ghana.